Morning.
How are you?
I'm very well, very, very well.
Good.
Thank you.
Now, I appreciate you getting up on your day off because I know you've had a busy few months, and so you've got a whole month off. Is that right?
It is, yes. I'm enjoying it. I've kind of been working flat out since November last year, so I finished all my kind of work in August, and now I'm kind of enjoying a month off until the tour starts in October.
Now, you said you've been working flat out all year, but the truth is you've really been flat out kind of since you won the X Factor 7 years ago. I can't believe it's 7 years since you first wandered into that audition room. Does it feel like that long?
Well, I think like I've always been so busy, like you said, since doing it, and I've kind of gone on to different projects, and I've been kind of busy, obviously trying to make my career and all of that kind of stuff. But you sometimes don't realise the time is like flashing by, and then it's not until like you look back over some of the stuff and the projects that I've done and things, I think, oh my God, like I feel old.
Oh, you're not old at all. But, I mean, I was looking back at kind of some of the X Factor stuff that you did, and we'll just touch on it briefly, but you got to perform with the likes of George Michael and were mentored by Whitney Houston. When you look back now, do you think, wow?
I know. Well, the thing, I mean, it was very overwhelming because obviously you know, 3 months previous to being on that show, if I had tried to get backstage at any kind of concert, you wouldn't get within like 20 metres of those people, and then all of a sudden you kind of, you're in the same like dressing room corridor as them, and they're all just walking past like saying hello to you and everything, and it's the most surreal experience to ever be a part of. Going from just being a normal person to then being in this huge like whirlwind of a TV show. But I've got nothing but fond memories of it. It was an incredible platform and experience.
Apart from winning, what was your highlight?
What, afterwards or on the show?
I think on the show.
Probably. We sang Bohemian Rhapsody with Brian May and Roger Taylor of Queen, and that was pretty amazing. But loads of it, just being in the X Factor house and spending time there and being in the studios, and the whole experience was amazing.
Now, since then, I mean, you've gone on not only to win the X Factor, but you won Pop Star to Opera Star, then you took part in The Jump. Do you think you're kind of done with reality telly, or could we maybe see you in The Jungle or Strictly?
Yes. Well, I'm kind of, I'm one of these people that I don't really kind of, if it's something that's fun and it's something that I can learn something from, or if it's something that when they offer if they say, do you fancy doing this, if at the time I fancy doing it, I'm not one of these people that kind of is like, oh no, I couldn't do that. I'm not bothered about throwing myself into things, and for a challenge. So I'd be more than happy. The only thing about, The Jungle is all the animals. I don't know how I cope with them.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you were in that environment and you had no choice, you would just have the best time ever.
Yeah.
And it would be great fun, but it's that initial thing, and it's thinking being at home in all of your nice home comfort, thinking about having snakes and rats all over you,
And you're sat in a hammock. Yeah. Now, speaking of sitting at home, which you are doing at the moment, which is just a brief kind of respite whilst your Northern Lights tour takes place, it's 37 dates. That seems quite epic, Joe.
Well, you say that, but the last 2 tours have actually been twice as long as that. So this one to me is it's like a little short one. I did Joseph at the start of the year, and when we're kind of halfway through Joseph, we're discussing about after the tour and stuff. And I initially was just going to have like quite a few months off and just chill out and do like a couple of one-off shows here and there. And then I kind of was like, you know what it is, I know what I'm like. After about a week off, I get really bored. So I just said to my management, I was like, listen, let's just go on the road, let's have a bit of fun, do a little tour kind of leading up to Christmas, and just have fun with it, and travel to some places that we've been to, some places that we haven't. So the tour's kind of been a more kind of organic tour than other ones, because it's kind of just been for a bit of fun, because I enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to it. We did the first kind of 4 shows, warm-up shows in August, and the reaction went down really well. People seem to really love the material and the show itself, and all of the kind of set changes that were made and stuff. So I'm glad, it's always that kind of initial worry of whether people are going to enjoy it, but because we've already done that little bit now, I can kind of just enjoy it as soon as it starts in October.
So you're going to be in Mansfield on the 28th of October. Have you ever been to Mansfield before?
I don't think I have. I think I've passed through there a few times. When you do all the kind of record promotions and stuff, and you go around the radio station, I've probably been somewhere near there, but I've never, I've never performed there.
Oh, well, you're in for a treat because the Palace Theatre is an absolutely beautiful venue. And I know when I mentioned you're coming on the breakfast show, I had lots of people going, what time's it going to be on? Is he going to be in? Can we meet it? I was like, oh, hang on, steady on. So I think the response you're going to get is going to be lovely, and you're going to love it here and want to come here more often.
Well, I hope so. I love coming to new places because I get to perform obviously to people that have seen it before and some people that have never seen the show before, and that's always quite exciting. So I'm looking forward to it.
So tour, and then you're doing Panto at Christmas, and then what about next year? Have you had a chance to think about 2017?
Yeah, well, I just announced, I think it was last week, that I'm going to be doing the 50th anniversary of the Joseph musical tour, the Technicolor Dreamcoat. So I'll be doing that again from the end of January, I think it is, or maybe start of February, till all the way through till August, I think. So I'm going back on the road with the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Well, Dan and I are definitely going to come and see you.
Absolutely.
So if you need a guide, if you need a guided tour around Mansfield, we'll take you to all the hot spots.
Fabulous, fabulous.
Joe, thank you ever so much for joining me this morning. I have got a pair of tickets to give away to see Joe in concert. So this is the question that I want you to answer. Joe's just mentioned that he's going to be in a musical next year. What's that musical? If you think you know, 66600 is the number to call, and somebody will win a pair of tickets to see Joe at the Palace Theatre on the 28th of October. Joe, thank you ever so much, and we will see you soon.
Thank you. Have a lovely day.
And you take care.
All right, bye.
Bye. So if you want those Joe McElderry tickets,